Van life. It's not what you think. I am Mr. Drew P, and this is the first video of a new series called Van Life. I was turning an old horsebox trailer into a food truck, but I've had to put that project on hold because I've run out of money and I'm homeless. But it's not that bad because free parking by the park, short cycle into town.
Oh, it's Johnny Vegas! Oh my God, Johnny Vegas, how are you?
Okay. Okay. This is a nice place to live. It's expensive though. Not for me. The first time I slept in this van last year, I got this camp bed. I was surprised how comfortably I slept. Even in the middle of winter, when it was freezing cold outside, wrapped in this massive duvet with a few layers on, it was warm in bed. It was still cold in the van, so getting out of bed was very difficult, but I could still sleep relatively well. Although there was this one time when I needed to go toilet. It was dark in the van because all my electrical devices were dead. Grabbed my glass bottle. I tried to fill it up while I was lying down on my side, sort of that angle, and it was going all right. I'd nearly finished when suddenly I dropped the bottle. Ah! It covered me. It covered the bed, and the worst part is I had this box underneath the camp bed with all my electrical devices in, and that just full of pee. Nightmare. So I went round to my gym around the corner to clean myself off and have a shower. Shout out to Bannatynes, and also to my friends there, Pat and Mark and Gary and Ruth and Faith. You guys are cool, and I think I'm cool too, but I'm a 44-year-old man who's homeless, who wets the bed. That doesn't make me sound cool. Perhaps I could be a little bit cooler if I insulate the van. See, I learnt that being too hot in a van is way worse to deal with than being too cold. The winter time, relatively fine. It was -degrees centigrade outside, freezing, but it was still comfortable. Like wrapped in the duvet, I was warm enough and comfortable enough to sleep. It was very hard to get out of bed, but I remember thinking, I can't wait for the summer where it's going to be warm. It's going to be great. And it's not quite the summer yet, but it's not great. It is warmer, but it's now too warm. I'm inside an oven radiator sauna. The sauna's just hit all the metal surfaces and it's turned me into a baked potato being cooked inside this van. And it's unpleasant. It's like 9 AM and I'm soaking wet. I can't sleep now because it's literally too hot to be comfortable. So I'm going to move. I'm going to find somewhere shadier to park. And I live in London. I'm an actor, I'm an artist, all my work's in London. So this is the only way that I can actually exist. I can't afford to live in any rented or any accommodation. So this is what we're doing. And I want to make it more habitable. This is unpleasant right now. So I'm going to put some insulation on the walls and the ceiling. Keep the heat out in the summer, maybe keep it warm in the winter if I'm still homeless in 6 months. Who knows? I might not be. When I was younger, I used to think, when I grow up, I'm going to be somebody. I think in hindsight, I should have been more specific. Although, I was told a couple of weeks ago, I was in the Daily Mail. Apparently, I live in the countryside with a bunch of dogs and a rich wife from a famous family. They lie. I live in a lay-by and there's no dogging. Maybe if I can monetize this YouTube stuff, or maybe if one day my art or my acting career takes off, I won't be homeless. But until then, I'll be living in my van. So yeah, if you see me naked in a lay-by, don't worry, there's nothing weird going on. I'm not dogging. I'm just trying to be cool. And you can watch the progress. Oh, van life. Oh, thank you for watching this video to the end. I do appreciate that. It does help the algorithm, the engagement. And I'm going to reward you with a poem. I have a plan to improve the van. I'm going to make it comfortable. I'll do what I can. I'll make the sofa bed with storage space for gear, insulate the walls. I'll make it cool in here. I'm going to get some solar panels and put them on top. Make free electricity so I can film the lot. I love van life. It's an interesting thing. And you can watch my progress or suffering. If you want to help with my endeavour, drop me a tip. Cash, Bitcoin, whatever. Even hateful comments can help the channel grow. I read everything you say. So write a comment below. Thank you for watching. But in the meantime, you can watch my progress. I'm gonna... Top tip if you're homeless and you live in a van, don't get your Lucasade bottles confused, because this one, Lucasade, this one, I made. Don't want to be drinking that one. Anyway, you can watch the progress and let me know what you think.